Nation. So what you guys didn't get a chance to see was all the behind the scenes. But then we were like, hey, let's go. Let's hit record and let's do what we always do. So we're not able to do these huge extravagant announcements, the decision, all that stuff. You'll see more short form stuff on your Instagram feed, but we're a podcast. We come on here every single day, talk to you guys, listen to what is on your mind, whether that's, this is happening in the hobby or that is, these games are going on. But today we wanted to share an announcement, share why we're doing it and why we're so excited about it. So
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear.
The show is now officially sponsored by Chick-fil-A and
Yes! Woo! Coca-Cola! Let's go. I'll take it.
From day one, guys, we wanted to be the voice of the hobby. We didn't want to tell you guys what to buy. We didn't want to tell you guys how to think. We wanted you guys to, as I always say, we wanted to lead you to water. We wanted to share some of the things that we're seeing, whether that's behind the scenes, the conversations we're having. And we've got, what is this? Going on our third year, right, Cage?
Yeah.
Where we're every single day making new content. It's rare that we see other talent out there who does things what we believe align with our values, align with our philosophy. So we've been floating around this idea of a network for basically
you
since
flirt
day
with
one.
him. That's because you think he's handsome.
But it's hard because you also need amazing talent to pop up. So about maybe 2 months ago, Cajun Cardboard, Brian, we met. We met at Cigar Night. We interacted a little bit before in DMs because we're both huge basketball guys. And just from day one, I felt like our values aligned. We've been talking, learned, a little bit about what he wants to do, why he started his channel. It's always been value driven, all about the community. How can I educate them? How can I share the things that I'm going through? And after a few weeks of discussing how to do this the exact precise way for you guys, we're excited to announce we're going to bring Cajun Cardboard under the Nation umbrella. And what we'll do is help him create content. We have an amazing team, Shane and Alex. I know you guys are listening. We could not do this without you guys. So we have a content team that's able to clip stuff, do short clips, do reels, do all the stuff that most talent, they don't love to do. Cage is rubbing his head. Am I doing an okay job with this announcement? I think
I can't believe you did all this without even telling me. It's amazing. Congratulations. I mean, here's the best part.
Tell me the best part.
The best part is it's two announcements in one, right? Because I tell my daughter all the time that she holds a special place in my heart because yes, I love her. She's so great. Without her, I would just be husband. I wouldn't be daddy. And I could be a good husband. I think I'm a damn good daddy. My daughter made us a family. Brian, you're my daughter. I am your daddy, officially. So,
I never thought of it that way. I wish
the dual thing that's going on here is this is now, we could talk about a network, right? But we have been a podcast. And now with the addition of Brian, we have the two best pieces of content in the hobby that are out there. Now it's a network, the Nation. And you guys, Luka Nation, you guys are the ones out there who have made this possible, right? And I think what's fun is, and we'll explain exactly what's happening, I think what's fun is that this won't be the end of it. It's not just going to be, you don't have a television network with one show or two. You got a whole lineup of awesome shows, must-see TV, right? So the Nation's going to be the must-listen-to hobby content. So now forget about that. That's one end of it, and the network is growing. And if anybody from the Nation has any questions, please reach out. We'll let you know what our designs are on this. But bringing on Brian, man, Cajun Cardboard, another lawyer. We were thinking about going with a dentist. Because dentists, they have this weird way of doing the hobby. But I think, the lawyers are taking over. It's 2-0 lawyers. Maybe the next show will be a dentist. We might have to pull teeth to get one here. But I stole your joke. You were going to make a pull teeth joke.
No, I like that. Okay. I just want to hear. I want to hear what Brian thinks because.
Guys, Brian thinks we're nuts.
You think 5 minutes in, I should say something?
I wanted to go 10. I wanted to make it 10. I told him before, let's go 10 minutes and not even let him talk.
The first words out of my mouth are, I want to hear about Andrew's origin story. Right now, I want to hear about Andrew's origin story.
Woo! Let's go, Andrew. What's your origin story?
Forget about me. No, but you want to know something interesting. This is ironic, and we did not discuss this before we hit the record button. I'm married into a family of dentists. So my wife is not a dentist. Mrs. Cajun is not a dentist, but she's got a brother who's a dentist, another brother who's a dentist. I've got a brother-in-law who's a dentist. My father-in-law was a dentist, and my grandfather-in-law was a dentist. Let that sink in.
People will pay you for giving them pain. You'll be a dentist.
What's happening in Louisiana that you need so many dentists in like a 2x2 mile radius?
You've been into restaurants in Louisiana and New Orleans. I mean, you see what people here shove down their pie hole. It's the diet is pretty bad here in Louisiana. And I can say that. I'm from here, right? So I'm insulated. I can say these things. Yeah, it's like soft drinks and fried food. That's pretty much America, though, I think.
Well, go ahead. Are you going to give me your origin story?
No, I just want to know from your perspective, why did you want to do this? Right? Like,
why did I want to do this? Why did I want to come on with you guys? We talked about this, and I'm a pretty transparent person. I told you guys that I see a lot of myself in each of you guys. I know that sounds weird because I think you two individuals are very different. Andrew, from what I share with you, I see the inquisitive side, right? The tell me about this, and not just tell me what, but tell me why. Why something is the way it is. Why something will be the way it is.
I was a very annoying kid.
Yeah. No, I share a lot of these characteristics with you. And then Cage, we share like the other 95% I share with Cage, right? But the 5% I share with Andrew is being inquisitive. But Cage and I have a ton of stuff in common. Our collection is kind of similar. Our approach to collecting is kind of similar. Our personalities are kind of similar. So when I see you guys, I literally do see a lot of myself in the way that you guys do things. I admired your consistency from the jump. I was like, who in the hell can do a show every single day? Who in the world? Like, do these guys have no jobs? And then I find out you're a lawyer. You're an entrepreneur. Y'all have stuff going on every day. I don't know. So you guys kind of inspired me to raise my level of consistency, because at first I was doing maybe 1 or 2 shows a week, and that's something that, as your viewers get acclimated to the stuff that I'm going to put into the Luka Nation network, they're going to see I'm pretty consistent as well. So there's going to be a good, you can count on catching a good 5, 6, 7, sometimes more than 7 videos a week from me. I don't know if it'll last that way forever as I get older, but I'm putting them out at a pretty good clip here. Hopefully it's stuff that people will enjoy. But I'm telling you, I hit all the corners of the hobby: collector, investor, collector and investor, hybrid stuff, some non-card stuff, some just pure NBA stuff, a lot of fantasy sports type stuff, just whatever pops in my head.
We have our good friend Kevin Nagandi works for ESPN. So you guys out there thinking, ESPN doesn't have one show. ESPN has 24 hours of shows, because what Mark, one viewer, might like, pardon my take, for example, he might not love Around the Horn, but Michelle might. So our goal at the end of the day, at least I'm self-aware enough that I know I'm not everybody's flavor of the week. But my passion with what we're doing here with Luka Nation is to bring you guys original thought and decision-making process on how to kind of collect and build your portfolio. But not just from me, not just from Cage, but from a variety of sources who were vetted and experienced and could deliver that message to you guys, so that you guys could click on that thumbnail and say, yes, today I want to listen to the 3 things that I would love to change about the hobby and how Brian delivers that message. Right. And tomorrow I want to learn a little bit about fractional. So you tune into the fractional report. Saturday, hey, I just sent in my cards to PWCC to be vaulted. Maybe I'll take a look at weekly. Oh, and I love fantasy football. I'll join the Whatnot show. So we want this to be 24 hours around the clock, so you guys get to choose your flavor, your vanilla, your chocolate, your mint chocolate, whatever it is that you love. So it's not just Cage and I. So that was my vision. And you guys that interact with me, I'm a little bit more operational than actually like a news personality. Now it feels comfortable. When I first started, I was nervous almost every show. But I love building businesses. I love letting people's talents. I love showcasing people's talents. And to me, from day one, Brian, you're a talent, brother. And I'm excited.
Forget about the flavor of ice cream. We had like vanilla. He's like a beignet. You put a little vanilla ice cream with a beignet. I mean, come on now. It's a little fancy. Fancy pantsy. Hey, guys, listen, we're gonna let Brian do his thing here. But basically, if you haven't seen his content yet, check it out, and you're gonna see it on our page. That is the gist of this. He's joining the team. He puts out a lot of great stuff. He somehow figured out a way to make mail days fun and informative, right? And I mean, no, it really is. Ian says how. Ian's saying how. Well, he does.
What? Ian, buckle up, baby. I'm about to show you how. Yeah, I got 148 videos under my belt, baby. Ian's going to be my stepson by the time
that's it.
By the time this next year ends.
He's actually stepbrother.
If you were to recommend, so someone from Luka Nation has never heard of you.
Yeah.
Is there a few videos that you'd recommend them to watch?
I do. I sent a couple of clips to you guys so we can kind of retrofit people, kind of get them acclimated to who I am, what I'm about. And so some of the stuff I put out there, and I'm sure you guys are the same. Some of the stuff I put out there is time sensitive, right? So watching a video from, 8 months ago sometimes won't, hold. It won't matter, and you'll just click right off. But I think I sent you guys some videos that are going to endure the test of time that you could watch at any point. So they can check that out. I've got, and I just scrolled, I've got, 2 screens over here. Even in Louisiana, we can, we have the technology to have 2 screens showing at once. And so on the screen that you people can't see, I have a screen, and I've got 148 videos that I've done since I started. And I started in December. So I've only been doing this for, what is 9 plus 1 month? 10 months. So I've only been doing this for about 10 months. There's a heavy emphasis on Michael Jordan. There's a heavy emphasis on basketball, probably 99%. That is subject to change a little bit in the near future. We talked a little bit about that as I've started dabbling in soccer. I've got a lot to learn. So from basketball, I can kind of spew information just based on years and years of experience, coaching, playing, with the high school level, the college level, coaching NBA pros. Had an NBA player on my channel. So I've got the ability to kind of chat, profusely about NBA specific stuff. And then the cards come in, right? And that's my passion. That's why I started the channel. I'm in Louisiana, and we don't have all of the options that you guys have. You got the Chantilly show. You got the whole East Coast. And now I know, Andrew, you're in Florida, but not a lot of shows in Mexico, I'm guessing, right? For that brief time.
I wanted to do a show in Cancun, but I was vetoed by my managing partner. Probably
a good idea. So, again, I don't have what you guys have. I don't have an outlet, and I don't have an input either. So, this was my way of communicating with the hobby, to educate and entertain. That's always been my 2 goals. And when I say educate, I don't mean listen to me educate you. I mean, I'm the one learning, right? I put in the research to put these videos together. It makes me a better collector. It makes me a better communicator.
I'm going to tell you what I love about it, Brian. Right? You've been doing it for a while. Right. Mm-hmm. What I love about it is right now you're doing it because you love doing it. And Andrew and I, when we started doing ours, it was like, we're going to do something every day. And we didn't do it and go out and say, okay, we need to make money right now. Right. We kind of, got better at what we were doing. And people approached us and said, hey, but you're a fan of certain things. Right. And, while I'm sure monetization is coming shortly, what I appreciate about what you're doing is that you are consistent. You put it out. You continue to do this stuff with the end user in mind, because that's, Andrew always talks about this. He's a catchphrase lunatic. Forgive him for his Gary V stuff, right? It's building a better hobby. He likes to say, like, he wants to come up with these things. That one in particular, though, I happen to agree with. And I think what was attractive about, saying, all right, we're gonna work with Brian now. We're gonna have him come under the same umbrella as us. Is you're not doing this for any other reason other than you have a story to tell. People like hearing it. You've gone down certain paths. Some of them have made you money. Some of them have been good paths. Some of the videos talk about bad paths. Some of them take about mistakes. And that's, it's honest, it's refreshing. And I think people love watching it. And, for the folks out there who haven't watched it, now you're going to get a chance to. And, I consider myself, I got a huge ego. I consider myself one of the smarter people in the hobby. You have me beat, man. I mean, your shit.
Well,
here's what you guys can expect. So over this next 7 to 14 days, we're going to transition over. You're still going to see videos on Cajun Cardboard. You're going to see some kind of backfilled, curated top 10, top 15 videos Brian's made start to be published on our page. I'll give you a little feel for what Brian's all about. And I'll say kind of maybe by the end of the month, you'll see Brian onboarded onto Luka Nation. So it's all under one umbrella. You'll see more clips. So short form, if you're on the road, if you're on the train and you only have a few minutes. Our goal is just to make it as frictionless as possible for you guys to listen to hobby content. It's that simple. There's no need to kind of overdo it. If you guys like this, hit the thumbs up, comment, welcome Brian, show him what Luka Nation's all about. But I got to tell you, man, I look at your comments on your channel. People love you. So whatever you're doing, it's working. And
we need that.
Stand in the way.
We need that to balance. We need that
Anybody that's watching my channel, is they're watching it for the right reason, because I'm about as niche oriented as you get, right? I am pretty much 99.9% basketball, and then about 97% is basketball card related. So if you ever hear me giving people advice on hockey cards, I've sold out. You will never hear that from me, right? You will never hear me giving advice on baseball card collecting, hockey card collecting, or anything like that. And usually I don't really give advice, even on basketball card collecting. I just like to bring people along with me because I don't have that many collector friends down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And we don't have a lot of huge shows. We have shows and we have some real passionate collectors, but not the quantity that you guys have. And
he has no one to talk to. Langston Galloway comes and chats with him. Anthony Renard. I mean, just professional athletes come over and hang out and talk cards. I have no one to talk to. Oh, what was me?
Luka Nation, short episode. Stay tuned. It's that simple. It's really that simple. It's going to benefit the community. If you guys have any ideas of cool shows or segments you want us to start up, I'm already thinking kind of like a Saturday morning or Sunday morning EPL show would be right up our alley. But the goal, improve, grow, entertain, educate. We love you, Luka Nation.
Do not go yet. I'm gonna put him right on the spot for his value.
Okay,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes. Okay. The Cajun cage match.
2 minutes times 40.
2 minutes. No, we're at 17 and change. We'll be done by 20. Right? We can't talk football with you, even though the NFL season week 1 just went out there because you said you don't want to talk football. I mean, you probably carry your own on football. But we talked last week, and I want to provide some quick value. We talked last week about how, the quarterbacks week 1, a lot of people investing in them, right? The lead up. People bought Josh Allen and were selling before week 1. There was a 30% run up the whole 9 yards. I have a premise, and I want to know what your thought is, and maybe players. Can the same thing be done
day
now?
1 of class, you don't give a student homework.
Yeah, can day 1 for the NBA? I want people to know
unrelated subject.
I want people to know what they're getting. You ready? People, who would you be buying now for the lead up to the NBA season? You are a basketball card expert. Tell me who you'd be buying now for the lead up to basketball. If this teacher can't ask this student that question, we should cancel the first 17 minutes of what we just did.
I won't tell you who I would be buying. I'll just tell you who I'm buying. How about that? Is that better?
Shoot, even better.
I'm just going to tell you what I'm buying. I mean, I've got spreadsheets to prove it too, and I talk about it damn near every day on my show who I'm buying, so there's no secrets here. I'm big into LeBron high-end stuff. That's, for those of you who've never met me or seen me or don't know anything about me, I'm not in the military, by the way. I should have apologized first, for God's sakes. People are going to think everybody from Louisiana looks like this. I buy really high-end stuff.
Nothing wrong with supercuts. You got to spend your money on LeBron cards. You can't spend it on hair.
I mean, I cut my own hair. Everybody does, right? Yeah. So I buy crazy high-end stuff, but I will also do videos, and you'll see mail days where I'm picking up literally slabs that are $12 to $15. So I like high-end LeBron right now. I think there's a move to be made in LeBron cards, not necessarily the Topps Chrome stuff, but I do have another nice Topps Chrome LeBron dilemma video that you guys are probably going to bring over to your channel, so some people will get to catch up on that. It was a really popular one since a lot of people are in the same kind of base prison that I'm in. But I think high-end LeBron, man. I like LeBron. As far as prospects go, I can only tell you the prospects that I like. I'm pretty heavy into Garland. I'm really heavy into Kevin Porter Jr. And I'm extremely, extremely heavy into Anthony Simons. And I got into those guys a real long time ago. I'm not saying right now would be a great time to buy those. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
KPJ,
But,
maybe. I mean, he's not exactly run up, but that's good. I like it. You got the high side, you got the
yeah,
low side.
Just the price point, you know, I'm always the guy who's going to go look for that prospect with the minuscule price point who I think can outperform what his cards are, rather than jumping on the Zions and the Jaws and the Cade Cunninghams. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it because I'm always looking to my left over at this other screen, and there's a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan that costs the same price. And so it's hard for me to put my money in these young prospects, knowing the odds of them having, you know,
You coach
10 total titles
basketball.
and 6
You
titles.
coach basketball?
This is
I
beyond
did.
2 minutes now, but it's not my fault.
A
What
lot
would you
of
say?
basketball.
What would you say to a volume shooting point guard on your team?
Well, I mean, when I look in the mirror, that's what I see. First
That's
of all,
what
let's be
you're
real
a
clear,
volume
man.
shooting point guard?
Yeah, that's my position. That's what I played. So
That's cool. That's
yeah,
endearing. That makes sense because that's a new shift. Point
Yeah.
guard used to be.
it is different. It is different. And maybe that's why John Stockton's cards aren't as valuable as as maybe they should be. Maybe he's underappreciated because he doesn't put up the PPGs. You know, I don't know. Game's different now, man. It's drastically different. Yeah. So
Luka Nation will be back tomorrow. We'll recap the NFL. Anyway, stay tuned. This is all for you guys. Thank you for supporting us from day one. I ask that the way you supported us, same way support Brian. Call him out on his shit if you don't agree. Praise if you do. But let your voice be heard because we are a community that's bigger than the three of us. It's all of you guys. It's the cigar nights. It's the benefits with SGC free. So all the stuff we do try to keep you guys in mind. So thank you for supporting us.